Be very clock-oriented today. This is normally like a practice pitch event where you're going to get feedback like you are training for a big demo day coming in the future. What I'll do first is we'll make a small introduction of our entity, Chihuahua Startups entity. I'll introduce briefly each one of the panel judges, and then we'll move on according to the schedule Cynthia has provided to all of us. So first, Assespro, which is the IT Industry Association for Brazil, will turn 50 years old next year. And its main purpose is to be a tool to provide economic development institutionally and prosperity individually to its members. And we do that by many ways, and providing support and communication and marketing and establishing reference and authority into the markets which our members are a part of. To know, in a nutshell, we have two main vectors. One, we have to always defend institutionally our sector, so it actually has all the tools it requires to provide the best expression of itself. The other vector is prosperity to our members, understanding that it will create a ripples effect, meaning that if we focus on the members will also be benefited into their own ecosystems, and we provide then multiplication. My name, I forgot my name for some, it's there, but Robert Jansen, I'm currently being the president because I don't know one is a president, because everything is a passage. And we are very devoted to promoting and expanding business, cross-border business opportunities, going global, going international. We see that the market today is not just our geopolitical frontier that we have learned, but it's pretty much, we call it the globe. I don't want to delve much more into that because there's a lot of information later on that people can find and connect with us to go in deeper. I like to focus mainly on what we're going to do here today. And before I pass on to Andres, I would just like to state here some of the whole household rules of today. So we have a new sequence of pitches that I've provided on the groups. We have a couple of startups that one had a health issue, the other one is arriving late, so we moved them to the back. But every single startup will have 15 minutes, 5 minutes for pitch, 5 minutes for Q&A, where the judges will ask questions of what they think they want to learn more about. And the last 5 minutes, they'll provide feedback on what they believe is a key aspect or key issue that the startup should consider for whatever purpose they have going forward. Find an investor, find a partner, or find a client. There is a score, there's an evaluation, which we also provided how the weights of each item that's being evaluated. And there will be a winner. And the winner will access a 3-month traction-based acceleration program called the Assespro-RS. So the winner will receive a participation in Assespro-RS for free as a part of the prize for doing better than the others. Before I pass on to Andres, I'd just like to introduce Ricardo Dona, one of our key associates, members in Assespro, very well succeeded in the IT industry, and is between Argentina and Brazil, is an angel investor. And I'm very glad to have you here, Ricardo. I'd like to be able to tell more about you, but I already shared your LinkedIn, so people already know more than I do. And for the sake of time, I'll be doing the introductions and not giving you the word. Same thing for Sérgio Pina. Sérgio Pina, 40 years in running on the health sector in Brazil, also an angel investor, also from Assespro, but very focused in the health sector and knows a lot and has seen a lot, and will be able to provide us with valuable input, valuable insights. The same goes for Alex Lucera here on the other side, who also has a few decades of mileage in the health sector, has an investment vehicle with his family on the health sector, and is very active also in accelerating health startups. And we also have Almir. Where is Almir? Almir Neves. That he is actually from the Curitiba, Paraná ecosystem, and he's a serial entrepreneur who became so successful that he turned to the other side, and today he's an angel investor. And will be able to provide valuable input to all, because he understands both sides of the table, what it takes for you to be successful as an entrepreneur, that you can eventually become an angel investor because you're so good. And we have Isolé Cortes, who is my partner in this endeavor. I thank you, Isolé, for the opportunity for bringing to the Confederation of Assespro this opportunity to provide international MatchDay. And Isolé has been, we have worked many times together on the internationalization of IT-based companies going global. So without any further ado, I'd like to pass on now to Andres. Andres, thank you very much for the opportunity. We're looking forward to establishing a permanent bridge between Brazil and Mexico.
Thank you very much, Robert and Isolette, for all the connections between Brazil and Chihuahua. We got some people coming to Brazil like 6 months ago, and then through those people, they connect us with the incredible Brazilian ecosystem. So my name is Andres Guzman, as Robert said. I'm the CEO of Startup Chihuahua. We are a collective organization trying to boost the startup ecosystem in the north of Mexico. Chihuahua, it's not only a dog, it's a very, very important region in the northern Mexico, very close to Texas. And we are one of the main startup ecosystem hubs in Mexico. We have a lot of opportunities around the industry, agrotechnology, and right now we are developing a climate hub. So we were created by the corporate people of Chihuahua, and this relationship with the Assespro and all the Brazilian ecosystem, that this is our second step, we said with Robert. So we are very glad to having more steps between the both ecosystems, and to have more internationalization, perhaps to having some startups in your ecosystem, or to having Brazilian startups in Chihuahua for taking advantage of all our investors, companies, and both ecosystems. So thank you very much, Robert, Isolette, Cynthia from our team for making this possible, and thank you very much for both startups for pitching this project into the next few hours. So thank you very much, and very happy for being here.
Yeah, let me do justice and also say thank you to my team. I didn't introduce Bruno Ribeiro is out here. He's our communications guy at Assespro. So yes, good to be here. I think pass on to Cynthia now, right, Cynthia? Or go ahead. No? Isolé?
Oh, good.
All right, so we have an order. First, we're going to be clocking.
Yes, it's the turn of Chum Chum.
Chum Chum, all right. So when you say you're ready, tell me you're ready, and I'll start your chronometer. And we'll give you a 1-minute warning before the 5 minutes. Okay,
Right.
it's coming in.
Sorry, that you seen my
Not yet, Adriana. Not yet. Hold on. At least on my side here. I don't know if everyone else is seeing it.
No.
I put it in share.
Share screen, right?
Yes.
Well, we have a black screen. Yes, share. Okay, cancel. Let me, Cynthia, have you authorized everyone to share their screen on the platform on Zoom? Because right now what we have, Adriana, is a totally black screen, although it says it's sharing.
It is, but I don't know, it's kind of pause it because it doesn't make anything. If it's okay for you,
Here it goes.
Unlock me and log me again.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the...
No worries. This is exactly for you to train and practice, and it normally happens after Bill Gates in 1998 was launching Windows 98, and it crashed at the presentation. Anyone now has a big excuse, because if it happens with Bill Gates, it can happen with everyone. Adriana, you still there? No. I'm going to take my video off for the time being.
Sure. Hi again, sorry. Are you seeing? I'm seeing the part, and I put share the view, but I think you're not seeing anything. I only see a black board.
Yeah, Let me suggest the following, Adriana. Let's move on to the next one, and you come in a little later when you can figure out that, so we don't,
don't worry.
impact our clock. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So after Chum Chum, who would be Cynthia?
It's Frontier Sec. Cesar?
Cesar Quiñones. All right.
Ready, Cesar? You're on mute.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Okay, we are Frontier Sec, a precise and advanced diagnostic. Imagine that approximately 70% of patients with a genetic conditions get on diagnosis. And for those to get lucky, takes approximately 6 years from symptoms to get a conclusive diagnostic. This is for United States and United Union. Imagine for Latin America, things are worse. What are these genetic conditions? I'd consider rare disease and account for 5,500 genetic conditions, and is relevant for 20% of the global population. For Latin America and of course Brazil, it's things are worse, given the high genetic diversity, and a lot of genetic conditions are unknown. For Latin America, only 10% of patients needing get access to a conclusive diagnostic. Our team, me, Cesar Quiñones, with more than 15 years in genomics from highly academic background, and 8 years in the development of genetic condition businesses, and my co-founder Laura, with more than 15 years of experience in the genetic services or genetic marketing and access of these conditions to really markets. We developed the Frontier Sec. It's a genomic diagnostic solution that target really the conditions. It could apply to many conditions, from clinical genetics or congenital born conditions to also is agnostic test to oncology conditions. In the term, we developed a model to two verticals. One are related to clinical, high-regulated tests, and the other vertical will be not regulated, really direct to clients or really to patients. The conditions could be tests for wellness, pre-implantation genetic tests, carrier tests, that these are not highly regulated and don't conduct or are not related to a diagnostic. This is giving us some access to really, or we can access other markets that are highly regulated, but can generate traction and flow cash. But our main focus will be the develop for clinical or precision oncology diagnostics. Our business model it's so simple. We offer a comprehensive, actionable report test directly to patients in a B2C scenario, but also we offer for hospital, clinics, and for some physicians the test. We see for our experience that the most relevant model will be a B2A. The A will be the agents. In this case, the agents will be directly the physicians that are the ones that explain or giving the conclusive diagnostic to patients. Their market size, just for precision oncology, one single test or the one part of our test that we can apply to several. For Latin America, it's approximately for $10 billion. The regional competitors we can define in North Processing Lab. Most of the labs in Latin America don't process or don't do the test in their own. They are only sending samples to Europe or United States labs, giving or increasing the price, the processing time, and some other complications that most of the genetic conditions don't apply to our population. This is why we have to develop this in-home test. Some of the competitors in Mexico, Latin America, are related to one single vertical. For example, some are relevant to oncology, others are relevant or expert in precision oncology, but not a broad application. Yep.
1 minute.
Great. Our traction, we have several contracts with the most relevant hospital brands in Mexico and some other in Latin America. Other are contracts to really directly to pharmaceuticals as a buyer. And right now we are trying to raise a seed investing round for giving access or expand our business model to other countries in Latin America. Thank you.
Wow. 500 on the dot. Cesar, very well done. Okay, open for questions. So I'll open out for the judges. Just please raise your hand or open your mic.
Robert.
Yes, Alex.
Alex here. Cesar, congrats for your work. The market you're addressing is a very big one, and AI will be a key, is already a key partner to what you do. So, I mean, congrats. My question is the following, and please correct me if I'm wrong. During your pitch, you said your business model was a B2C one. And when you presented the screen that was addressing competition, seems to me that your clients are all businesses. That got me a little confused. The business model, if you expand on that, because it seems to me you're in the B2B market, but instead, I believe I heard you say that you're pitching for the end consumer. Thank you, and congrats.
Yeah, our model is directly, or we prefer work directly with business, because we can have a broad or a more applied business model, or more sustainable in the long term. But also we are applying to the direct clients. I think that 30% of our revenue came from direct to clients model.
Next question. So I have a question for you, Cesar.
Yeah.
You talk about labs difference between Europe, US, and Latin America. How much that really impacts on the result, the accuracy of the results?
It depends, but for example, for oncology, the databases from Europe and United States works in 40% of the cases, approximately. Yeah. For other conditions like congenital or born conditions, it could apply to 80-90%.
All right. So, second question. I saw, from my understanding on your timeline, you are currently having recurring revenue. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, what's your MRR?
Monthly, we are like in $40,000 monthly recurrent revenue.
And what do you seem to impact that MRR with the round that you opened?
We have some clients from other Latin America countries. That's only account for 5% of monthly revenue. With an investment, we can reach easily 2 to 3 times our monthly revenue.
Okay. I'm asking here if Adriana kindly could not share your screen right now until we finish off with Cesar. Yes. And perhaps, Cesar, you want to leave your screen with the QR code up that people then can actually copy it and learn more about you. Do we have any other questions from the panel, please?
Yeah, I have a question. So regarding this round, how do you plan to expand to other countries? Which countries, and what is your go-to-market strategy?
We were planning to apply to 2 stages. The first will be just open blood road labs, not completely processing lab in other countries. It's so easy to send the samples to Mexico. We can also don't use as a sample blood. We can use it just chin or blood or mouth exudates. And this is what we can easily get to other countries. Open point of taking the samples and send directly to the matrix or the main lab in Mexico. But in a future, like 2 to 3 years, open processing lab in other countries could dramatically accelerate the diagnostic time.
So what do you have to do to expand to other countries if you're not like testing the samples there?
Applying to or getting to some of the conferences, academic conferences, mostly is directly to physicians. The trust is the most relevant thing in health services.
So last question, because we're going to hit the 5-minute spot. Do you have a development team besides you and your partner?
Yeah, in the team, there are, for more on the product development, go-to-market strategies, selling, there are 3 more people. In most of the team is processing in the lab. It's a very intensive handman, but we are trying to modify our team to be more in the reaching other markets and selling strategies people.
Okay, very good. Okay, your 5 minutes are up. Now we have 5 minutes for feedback. Open for feedbacks, panel. I have a couple, but I'll let people start first. In the meantime, do me a favor, Cesar, put your competition slide up. So of all these items that you're comparing to your competitors, which is number one item considered by the market when they're buying?
The processing time and the the service range or range of the test. For example, will be just an example. If the traditional way to Down syndrome diagnostic is just account for directly the 21 trisomy, but for those patients, they have other conditions. Our report not just focus in the direct condition the patient have. We can apply to other relevant condition. We map the entire genome of the patient. We find other relevant.
So that would be the comprehensive report you're talking about.
Sure. Yeah.
My point here to you would be, typically when you have a table and when you show your competitors, you make sure you're the very first column on the left, which you did, and you make sure your rows, you're actually highlighting the most sought attribute of your value proposition and which you fare best against your competition. And that's why I asked, why are the top ones considered by the market? So processing time should be number two, probably, or number one, and comprehensive also. And normally pricing, maybe you can cut the market at one single point, but you can't withhold that for a long time, and especially if you're a startup, because otherwise you're going to burn a lot of investor money, and people that invest will not come to you. So pricing is not definitely a competitive advantage, especially when you're starting, because you cannot hold, if you were going against a pharmaceutical company, for instance, they have a lot of cash to burn and you don't. So what you want to put is, what are the items in which I fare best, and which are also the items that are most sought by when I'm being bought. That would be one. And the other one I would mention is, actually, that's why I asked you if you have a development team. You only showed a two-man show, or maybe one man, one woman show. You got to show that you have a team that can play the Champions League.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 more people, I would recommend you do that. Anybody else? Okay, I have a third one then, is that, TAM, SAM, SOM is a top to bottom market sizing. And typically it doesn't provide enough confidence and clarity about the size of the market and the opportunity. You can use that, but you got to also want to show that you have already gone out to the front line and assessed the real opportunities within certain clusters, like you have on there on your timeline. You showed off several contracts. So you say, this is the TAM, SOM, but this is where I'm working already, or from the bottom up on my market sizing. And typically I will ask anyone that comes with TAM, SOM, well, SOM is an acronym called Serviceable Obtainable Market. Well, if it's obtainable, you got to know who they are. And if you know who they are, show me there in your sales pipeline, because you know who they are. And if they're obtainable, wow, they got to be in your pipeline, right? So you want to make sure that you can argue for your market size opportunity, not only from the top-bottom aspect, which is TAM, SOM, but also from the bottom up, which is the contracts if you sign. I don't know what the effort you did on getting those contracts, but certainly you followed a process which you saw there would be a winner, and that can be repeated there, replicated. So I would highly recommend that you showcase better that you have a market sizing opportunity that combines both top down, bottom up. I'm going to ask you if you could stop sharing right now, Cesar.
Yeah.
Because then I can manage better my canvas and see. Well, is Alex still there? Alex Lucena?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
No, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So let me give it to you. What feedback do you provide to Cesar?
Well, Is that the music? Game over for me? No, keep going.
No, go ahead. No, not for you. I don't know where that
Well,
music came from.
Yeah. Anyways, I was thinking about, it was another question. If he's looking for a partner in Brazil, he totally needs to expand internationally. And what would this partner look like if the answer is yes? Because eventually we can help him down the road, matchmaking with one of our companies here in Brazil.
Sure. Caesar, ball in your court.
Yeah, the first will be if there is any interaction with pharmaceutical, they are paying for this test directly, and the other will be directly for clinics or hospitals. In Brazil, there are very good competitors, big ones, but they are focusing in just one vertical, not as a very comprehensive, sure.
Okay. Well, this is what got me confused in the first place. You said B2C represents about 30% of your client base, right? But you're looking for a pharmaceutical group and a hospital group here in Brazil. So I'm still a little confused about, where you're going with your business model. If you're focusing on, finding those hospitals that will, deliver to their clients, or if you're looking to go directly to the end consumer. I'm still a little confused. I apologize with the business model.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps.
What's your priority? If I could put it that way. Because for me, it's two completely different approaches market-wise if you're going after the either way.
Sure.
I'm not saying one way is best than the other. I'm just saying, if you had to pick one direction in your business model, would it be directly to consumers or through hospitals and pharmaceutical companies, like you said?
Yeah. No, also having the direct to customers model, it's highly regulated. The marketing and the health services, it's highly regulated. It's not as directly as other services, consumer products or companies. It's harder to directly customers also.
Okay.
Okay, time's up. Well, very good, Caesar.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. So next now would be HiLab. Bernardo, are you there? He was here earlier.
Hi,
No.
sorry.
Okay, there you
You're
are.
here.
You ready? You're breaking up a little bit.
The presentation, just a little minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you seeing the presentation?
No.
Just a minute. Now
Okay.
I think it's all right.
Yeah, we are seeing it.
Great.
All right, take it away.
I will put in the presentation form here. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. So first of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity and representing a Brazilian company in this MatchDay, Brazil, Mexico. I am Bernardo Almeida, Chief Medical Officer of HiLab. I'm here today to present a complete and integrated telehealth diagnostic solution, born in Brazil and ready to Mexico and other countries. So HiLab is a Brazilian deep tech company that combines biotechnology, IoT, and AI to bring lab testings directly to the point of care. But just to be clear, it's not just another point of care device. It's actually, we build a completely integrated and connected lab network. Our portable device is connected. Yes.
Are you moving your slides? Because we're not seeing it move.
No, it's okay. It's
Okay.
on second. Yeah.
All right, just checking. Okay.
Just introducing. Yeah. The portable devices connect the tests performed at the site in real time to our central lab, where our specialists analyze it remotely after an AI evaluation. This model is already operating in over 1,700 cities. It's a proven model that reduces costs, enhances healthcare efficiency, and enables faster, safer clinical decision at scale. The problem that we try to solve is the fundamental mismatch between the healthcare system and lab system. Healthcare is decentralized, delivered in local health units and ambulatory services, but traditional labs are centralized. This creates a broken patient journey. The patient often must travel only to take a blood draw, for example, here in Brazil. Then the patient needs to wait days or even weeks to have the result, and after that, to schedule a new evaluation with the doctor. As a physician, I can see the impact of this broken journey. Patients get lost in the middle of the system. This leads to underdiagnosis, the high proportion of chronic disease that is not being under control. This reality is the same in Mexico. Mexico is big as Brazil, and have many people that are far from big centers and have problem of access regarding to lab system. This waiting time is the enemy of good medicine in any place, especially where access is the problem. Our solution begins with 5 proprietary and patented hardware that are devices. They are connected, works as portable mini labs, like, for example, HiLab Lens that is used for hematology, or Volt that works with electrolytes. These 5 different devices work with 7 different methodology that covers over 25 essential blood tests. Most of them crucial for primary care. Example, CBC, lipid profile, or glycated hemoglobin for diabetes.
1 minute.
Yes. Please.
No, 1 minute.
Okay. Every device and test is validated and approved by Anvisa, that is the Brazilian agency regulator. This is our services in action. The entire end-to-end process length 5 to 25 minutes from the collection to the final results. 100 of the exams are validated by a certified specialist that is online and see the process in real time. Our core methodologies have been peer-reviewed and published in scientific journals that are open label in Nature Group, for example. So the science is proven in scale. In Brazil, we have already performed over 6 million of tests and served over 5 million of patients. Our technology, operations, business model have been validated in real-world setting across more than 1,000 cities. Just finishing. This is not only a Brazilian solution. We have global intentions, and we are being tested outside Brazil in other countries like US, Portugal, Angola, and Chile. So just concluding, our objective in Mexico is to find strategic partners. And we are here to find clinics, pharmacies, and healthcare facilities that can be empowered with this solution. we can bring significant improvement to chronic disease management, like diabetes, and also acute disease like dengue, for example. Labs have the science, the technology, and experience, and are ready to transform healthcare system in Mexico. Thank you.
All right, Bernardo, you kind of blew your time, but it's all right. Important to send the message. Yeah, you blew it by 1 minute. All right, okay, Q&A, questions, panel. If you take your slides down, please. Thank you.
Yes.
So Alex, Pina, Ricardo, Almir.
Hi, Bernardo. How are you?
Hi, Alex. Fine, and you?
Fine. Well, I know your lab, so I've kind of know what's where you're going, but I guess a good question would be, I mean, for everybody else to know, what again about the business model. Are you targeting individuals? Are you targeting companies, please?
Especially companies. We are a B2B2C company. It's the main core of business model. And here in Brazil, we are kind of expanding the model of B2G as well. So these are both models that can be replied in other countries that we are working. For example, in Chile, we have a local distributor that sell to the government. So it kind of B2B2G eventually when we work with we think about outside Brazil.
Hi, Bernardo.
Ricardo.
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
Can you explain about the 1,000 cities you said? I didn't get about the 1,000 cities that you told us.
Sorry, Ricardo. Can you repeat? I didn't understand exactly.
Can you explain about the 1,000 cities you?
1,000 cities you're serving.
Oh yeah. 1,700 cities in Brazil. We are in all states here in Brazil. All states have an operation. It explains how capillarity we can be. We are working in pharmacies, clinics, hospital, and even in public units in Brazil. That's why we are geographically very well distributed.
And about your team, can you explain about the team?
Oh yeah, we are 100 persons at the company at this point. About 30 to 40 specifically distributed in research and development team. So that explain how we can improve and deliver new technologies and even improve the technologies that are already in the field.
And about the recurring revenue, how much or the percentage about this?
Yeah. We had last year 15 million in reals of revenue, and we are planning to improve to 20 million we are estimating in this year.
Reais,
yes. It's just to translate to Mexicans, it's about $4 to $5 million.
Very good. I think Pina had a question. Pina?
Yes, Bernardo. What about your competitors?
Yeah. These structures that we have, it's not replicated to other companies exactly the way we works because of the connection and the lab flow, the lab connected to the testings that is performed at the field. It's unique, but of course we have other companies at the lab market, especially in point of care, that allows a lab to be performed and with results in the field, but it's not lab supported like us. So in global perspectives, of course, we have Abbott, that is the biggest one, Hoshi, that are in the point of care field. We have others, South Korea companies that is have a good position here in Brazil. And the other smallest testings that is called rapid test, immunochromatographic tests that have an space, especially in public health system like HIV testings and hepatitis testings that allows testing to have the result in the same moment of the collection. I would say that these are the main competitors because they are at the lab market and performing point of care testing. But to reinforce, it's not exactly the same model and connection potency that we have.
Very good. Anyone else?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how does the model needs to be adapted to work in Mexico?
Especially about regulatory process, that is the main factor regarding different operations in different countries. But we have recently a new regulation process at Mexico that allows the Brazilian registered products to entry more easily in the in vitro devices market in Mexico. It's reciprocal, of course. Brazil have this potential as well to Mexican producers, but I think probably the next years will be very important to both countries and increase the market regarding point of care devices, and we are very excited about this. So probably to Mexico, as Mexico allows the same registered documents that is registered here in Brazil, probably it will not be a very big issue like other countries that we are working, for example, Indonesia, that is very, very different from Brazil.
And how did you obtain the proprietary data to train your model?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, how did you obtain the data to train your model?
Yes. We have a partnership here in Brazil with universities and other labs that share some samples to initiate a process. The validation process have the same process as other labs regarding the number of testings and quality control process. So, and the training of the AI system is especially focused in finding, for example, an error of collection or some atypical patterns that needs to be evaluated more closely to the specialist. So the AI makes a step, especially to quality control, than working by itself. Of course, the normal testings and in the normal range have a faster process comparing to the alterations of some tests that have outside the range. But the AI especially is to reinforce the human process than to replace it.
Let me intervene here, and what I'm going to do as a message now, it serves everyone. Now, we're in a very specific crunch time for every single slot, pitch, Q&A, and feedback. So what I recommend is that we keep our questions short and our answers short as well. There will be opportunities for connecting further, one-to-one, and go into a deep dive as needed. Right now, you have gone into your feedback stage. I'm going to give it over to Almir, who had his hand up, and that will be it. There will be the questions are your feedback already, Bernardo. So Almir, please go ahead.
Okay. Congrats, Bernardo. The company is a really success in Brazil. It's from Curitiba, I think, also, right? Tell a little bit about the sales cycle of the company, because you have this first step that is regarding the regulatory. It's take like months, if not like years. And when you solve that, for how many times you usually sell to a company or to a city or a state? What's their sales cycle looks like?
Yeah, we performed a kind of shift regarding the market. In initials, we began with pharmacies, because we had a facility of entry in the market through this space. The regulatory process in Brazil were messy about it, and we got this opportunity, and even we could change the regulatory prices, allowing and expanding the pharmacies facility. So we use it to have a focus at pharmacies. But in the last years, I would say 2 or 3 years, we expanded to hospitals, clinics, and government through. They call us. We have spaces in congresses and other spaces with Ministry of Health and telehealth spaces of government, and these approximations make us. They look for us through internet and by phone. So it's a very organic process in commercial aspect.
Thanks a lot.
Very good. So we're going to move on to the next. Thank you very much, Bernardo. Congratulations. Yes, you're becoming a rock star in the health industry in Brazil. So congratulations again for your vision.
Thanks.
So we have Lila coming up next, right, Cynthia?
Yes, but I think Chum Chum is ready, right? The first.
Okay. Adriana, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just sharing again our screen, sorry.
Thank you,
Okay.
Adriana.
Do you see?
Good deal. Yes.
Okay.
Good to go.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, my name is Adriana Macias, and I'm the CCO of Chum Chum. Now, before I start telling you what is Chum Chum, I'm going to tell you why Chum Chum was created. If you don't know, worldwide we have large sustainability goals that we are trying to achieve as humanity. One of them is how to ensure food safety and nutritious meals for all the people that already are not having that opportunity. So if you have the numbers at the problem that we are living already, if that as humanity we're wasting more than 30% of all the food that we're creating. Now, if you put it in number, that 30% is going to translate it in very large numbers. For example, only in Mexico, it's more than 36 million tons of food that we are wasting. Now, Chum Chum was created with this main idea. What if we did something different, and instead of creating and making more food, we become more efficient, and instead of wasting more and more natural resources, we become and understand better of the supply chain. Now, with this creation, we make the number, and with that 36 million tons, we understand that for 1 year, we can feed all the kids in Latin America 3 meals a day. It's a lot. So with this in mind, the solution is this. Chum Chum create this process for all the surplus in the food industry, that we can transform it into new ingredients that make sense to the food industry and reuse it in the supply chain. For them to obviously scale it up, it's always we make business cases for them to understand how many money are they losing in that surplus, how many it's gonna gain with that solution, and again, we're avoiding to pay taxes because they're becoming more efficient in terms of the footprint of CO2. And again, we're avoiding to pay another third company to not get rid of that surplus. And again, these solutions that are ingredients that they're already buying from a third company, or they need it to produce it by themselves. Now, if we make it in a business case, if you understand all the supply chain, you will notice from the harvesting until the final client, you will have different points of surplus. For example, we're going to make it in Tito's company. Tito's company is a milk produce company that one of the main ingredients that has of the surplus is going to be milk serum. We're already working with Tito's company. We create a pilot and we design 3 solutions for them because they're already buying these ingredients from a third company. It is whey protein and lactose. And that is the proven that the surplus has value. Now we're going to scale it up in the next year into their companies for that solution can make it can be introduced and make in their own installations. Now, this solution is not only based of milk. In anything that it's food, we can transform it into something to value. For example, this is the ongoing solution that we're already working. And of the 100% of the surplus we're obtaining on validating, more than 85% of that surplus and making something new with that. And obviously the impact. We're making only in the tomato solution, we're avoiding more than 2.8 tons of CO2 equivalent per ton rescue in that company. Now, how do you see ChomChom actually? You will see that we're developing the R&D solutions for the companies that in the food industry, and we're already producing some new ingredients from the RECA channel by reintroducing again the surplus of the Central de Abastos in Mexico City. Now, this is our pipeline. We're already working with R&D solutions, and this is one of the many companies that we're already selling them these Oreca solutions that are additive-free, they are delicious, and obviously they have this amazing opportunity to save and recover all that surplus. Now, only until this year, we are already recovered more than 90 tons of food, and this is our main goal. By 2026, we can recover more than 47,000 of tons of food and avoid all this CO2 equivalent. This is our team that we're already working, and more than understanding this part, I invite you to become something to be disruptive with us, to understand that we can become more efficient, and with your help, we can share this vision and mission with more companies for being sustainable. Because if they understand that they are already making money with this, we can scale it up and making a more profitable and delicious world with obviously more solutions with like that. Thank you very much.
Wow, congratulations, Adriana. So please unshare your screen so we can see everyone. And I'd like to open up for the panel. Alex? Go ahead.
Adriana, congrats, many congrats. If I understood correctly, your company transforms waste into food again. I mean, to make it simple to understand, right?
We put it like waste into taste.
There you go. And so, I mean, right from the bats, I'll tell you that your market potential I scored 5, the highest, because if you deliver that, you're saving, the world from hunger. So that is very noble. And I appreciated the way that you started your presentation with why we exist. That means that you have a lot of purpose behind what you do. So congratulations again. My question would be, if you expand, as you expand internationally, you will have to deal with different agencies from different parts of the world. For example, here in Brazil, you would have to do with Anvisa, which is our government agency, which is really tough. So how do you manage to do that? Because that could be a roadblocker for international expansion eventually. But again, congratulations for your work, for your company. I wish you all the success in your journey.
Don't worry. Thank you very much, Alex. Okay, our solutions that we're already working have FDO efficiency, and it could be approved because we're already working, as you see, with Nestle, Sanborns, and other companies that this surplus is verified that it's safety and it's compliant with all the necessities for them, those companies, to make it up and obviously reuse it in their sellings. So in that part, we don't have an issue.
Very good. So Isolé, next.
Thank you, Adriana. Amazing. I would like to know, how are you dealing or thinking to deal between cherry picking, where you are trying to find food to save, and how are you merging these to scale up? Because I understand you have a wide range of options. So how are you balancing all the way of tracking and going in industrial scale?
Okay, our main goal is to grow up the solution. The Oreca and the manufacturing is gonna be only in Mexico, because in Mexico City, because this is our main result, to tell the people this is already working with trash. Now, in the case of the companies, we have a large math scientists that are behind, and in every single point we're gonna go. For example, we're already working with England and Ecuador and Mexico at the same time, so it doesn't have that issue. Our main goal is or problem is how to scale it up more fast and give this idea and share to the world, because many companies doesn't understand that this is an opportunity for them to gain money and become more sustainable. And they are very in this classic understanding that is old school, and because this is like food waste is not attractive, they don't understand the value until we create these financial cases for them to understand how many money they're losing against how many are the potential to gain in these pilots or implementations.
Very good. Leo Tostes, and I did not introduce Leo Tostes before because I hadn't seen him. And also, Leo, welcome. Thank you for your time. Give a short sentence on who you are and make your question to Adriana, please.
Hello, Robert. Hello, Adriana. My name is Leo. Today I work with ESG and innovation. Then your case, your startup is a great case for me. And I work with agriculture, innovation, agriculture, and regional chief agriculture. Do I listen, Robert? It's good or no?
You're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm at the Starbucks. Lots of sound.
Yeah, I got it. All right.
Yeah, let me see. First, it's a great idea, great project. But you showed us 60 tons of CO2, carbon, and how you are certifying this, because it's this is have a powerful value proposition for large companies. When you capture the carbon from GHG, how you are make these calculations, and how do you give this to the company? How does this make your value proposition more strong?
If I understand correctly, you're asking how our CO2 value proposition is going to be more attractive to the corporates? Or I didn't get it right because it was cutting.
Trying to write to you here in the chat.
In the chat? Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't hear correctly. Did you hear, or Robert, did you hear correctly what?
Yes, yeah. Well, I think what he's trying to say is how you're actually measuring the CO2 back that
Okay.
you're providing.
We worked with England, and if you see in the presentation, IFT, a climate kick, gave us the opportunity to measure every single ingredient that we are already working. That's why we have this measurement from England and Europe that it is validated. So that's why we're working. And also in Nestle, we're trying to make the first carbon credit of reutilizing and reproducing this food, because the only carbon credit that exists in food is only in bid with the Bank of Foods, but not for repurposing and reproducing this carbon credit. So hopefully we can make the first carbon credit of reutilizing and saving this food.
Anyway, I'm sent you here to check, but you already answered.
All right, very good, Leo. Anybody else? So my last question. Okay, go ahead.
Adriana, how do you think about to scale your logistics to capture the food that would be wasted?
Okay. This is when we work with the industry. For example, this Nestle company in Mexico, we're going to these plants or these major factories. We don't need to try or to move that away, because obviously it's gonna have a more CO2 equivalent against. So our solution is gonna be implemented in their facilities, because otherwise they're gonna depend on me or another company, and this is not the case. For us, is we deliver the solution for them we implement it, and in their own companies or factories, they're already repurposing these materials into new ingredients.
Thank you.
All right. Our time is up. Very good. Thank you very much, Adriana. So next, we have here, Cynthia.
It's Laila time.
Laila time. It's Laila's turn. Laila?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Paulina, and I'm going to be pitching today in behalf of Laila's team.
Can you open your camera?
Yes.
Thank you.
We can already see the presentation?
Yes.
Great. Well, imagine being hospitalized in a foreign country, feeling anxious, uncomfortable, and unable to express your needs with medical staff. Now, imagine if your room could actually understand you, not through cold technology, but through a caring AI agent who can execute simple commands and communicate your needs if necessary. The truth is, many hospitals today look modern from the outside, but inside they still run on old routines. Nurses spend valuable time adjusting lights, blinds, or temperature instead of focusing on what really matters, their patients. And patients, especially those who can't move easily or don't speak the local language, often struggle to express even their simplest needs. Yeah, there are smart assistants like Alexa, great for homes, but not for hospitals. They depend on exact commands, they can't adapt, and most patients simply can't use them naturally. That's where Laila comes in. Laila is an AI-powered voice companion made specifically for hospitals. She listens, understands, and responds in a truly human way. Patients and staff can control the lights, temperature, blinds, or call a nurse just by speaking normally, no memorized commands. But what really makes Laila special is her ability to hold natural conversations and instantly translate between languages. So a patient from another country can talk freely with a nurse and both can feel completely understood. Behind Laila is a combination of smart microphones and speakers in each room connected to our own AI. built not just for precision, but for empathy. Laila learns each patient's habits and anticipates needs and adapts to the rhythm of every hospital. She doesn't just automate, she personalizes care. And the market is ready. Just in Mexico, there are more than 3,400 private hospitals, representing over 100,000 rooms ready for smart automation. With medical tourism growing fast, hospitals are looking for new ways to stand out through innovation and patient experience, and that's exactly what Laila delivers. Our commercial strategy relies on partnership with our affiliate company, Malta Smart Spaces, which manages the hardware integration to bring Laila into hospitals efficiently. We combine personalized commercial visits, participation in medical associations, commercial partnerships, among others, to reach our clients. And at the same time, we will be looking to position Laila through LinkedIn, YouTube Health, webinars, medical conventions such as Expo Med Mexico, and groups like Digital Health Institute for Transformation. Our business model is simple and scalable. Laila works under a SaaS subscription. Hospitals pay a monthly fee per room plus installation. So Laila generates revenue from both software and device sales, a sustainable model that grows with every room installed. Altogether, we have three major strengths: our partnership with Malta, access to a validated market, and Laila is on the final development stage. Unlike other assistants, Laila understands context. You don't have to say turn off the lights. You can just say, Laila, I'd like to rest, and she'll dim the lights, lower the temperature, and play soft music. She's not just technology. She's presence, comfort, and support. We'll officially launch at the end of 2025. In early 2026, we'll expand to premium clinics and medical tourism centers, and by mid-year, we plan to reach across Latin America. Behind this vision is a team combining finance, tech, and healthcare expertise. Miguel Nájera, financial strategist and entrepreneur in fintech and smart systems. Héctor Villegas, expert in B2B sales and healthcare growth. And Sergio Silva, an AI specialist with over 7 years of experience leading language and automation projects. Together, they're building technology that doesn't replace people, it empowers them. Our financial forecast estimates that by the end of year 3, we will have sold 4,879 units, representing a 4.7% of a total estimated market. Estimated IRR above 100%, break-even achievement in month 15, and a net present value of 12.5 million Mexican pesos in 3 years. Because Laila isn't just about automating hospitals, she's about humanizing them. She turns hospital experience into something warmer, more personal, and more intelligent. We're not just bringing AI into healthcare, we are redefining what care can feel like, because technology should never replace human connection. It should amplify it. This is Laila, technology that cares.
Very, very good, Paulina. So I have questions already from Ricardo.
One question. Congrats, Paulina. Tell us about the cost reduction, please, in hospitals. Cost reduction.
We haven't specifically defined the cost reduction that this will represent for hospitals. We're still working with that.
Okay, Alex?
I mean, after you implement the solution, how much you can reduce the cost of the hospital?
Yeah, that's what we are currently defining.
Okay, you don't know how much, okay.
No, we don't.
Paulina, yes, congratulations for the presentation. And I'll tell you right off the bat that you have a very good opportunity for Laila here in Brazil, okay? Many private hospitals that you can talk to, private groups, big networks. So I would like to connect afterwards. My only question would be, if I understood correctly, you have a feature which is translation of voice, right? So I speak Spanish, you speak Portuguese, it will make us communicate better, correct? patients and healthcare. And the second feature would be more like Alexia, right? A voice command for other parts of the room, and commands such as turn off the light, that kind of thing. Is that exactly how it works?
Yes, it is. First, Laila, as we mentioned during the presentation, will have a translating feature when you can just say, Laila, translate this to any language that you would like to deliver. And second, the commands that we already know Alexa has will be integrated in Laila as well, with the competitive difference that, well, in most hospitals, Alexa works under exact commands. So you have to memorize or read commands that most patients aren't really looking forward to that. They can feel really sick or they don't have time to memorize commands, and Laila will be humanized. You can just say, I'm tired, and she will turn off the lights. You don't have to memorize any commands.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, me and Avis.
My question is like the Alex question, but it's something like that. Are you in the translation business, or are you guys in the hardware business?
We are in the hardware business. As we mentioned, we are in a partnership with our affiliate company, Malta, that already works in installing Alexas in hospitals. So they are in the hardware business.
Alex, you still have your hand raised. Is that the first one? Okay. So my question to you, Paulina, is who's your competition?
Well, actually, it's a very interesting question, because through all the analysis that we have made, we haven't quite identified someone that offers exactly what we do. I think that our clearest competition right now will be persons who work with Alexa. But we haven't identified or found or read about someone that's doing something like Laila.
So you would say Laila is a health customized Alexa?
Yeah.
Your high level concept? Okay, very good. Anybody else? Pina? Ricardo? Leo? Oh, okay, Cosette, please.
So how does the patient interact with Laila? So is it an app that the patient downloads, or what hardware do you have?
Yeah, the room is gonna have different microphones installed all over the room, so the patient can speak and it will connect direct to our AI software.
Okay, thank you.
Very good.
Can I have a last one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Exit. Alexa is pretty much the market leader, I believe, right? On the segment. Do you imagine Alexa making you an acquisition offer in the future?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Paulina is very straightforward. She's very objective. Short answers and straight to the point.
There you go.
Very good. Okay, now it's feedback time. So who wants to provide feedback first? So I'm going to keep it as a question, Paulina. I'd like to understand further how you see your top low-hanging fruit as far as your go-to-market strategy.
Sorry, Robert, I couldn't understand you quite well.
Yeah, I'll repeat my question. Who do you consider today your low-hanging fruit as far as your go-to-market? We got someone with your mic open. Can you close that, please?
Vamos, tô te esperando.
Tem alguém com o microfone aberto, por favor, fechar. Okay, I guess now we can go, Paulina. My question to you is, who is currently your low-hanging fruit on your go-to-market strategy?
Like our top clients?
Top segment. Who are you going after first? Who is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, we're going after private clinics and hospitals. Actually, Malta's and Laila's team is making a presentation to pitch Alexa and later Laila as we speak in Hospital Ángeles, Chihuahua. That is one of the top private hospitals in our city.
Okay. And so my last question would be, have you identified how these hospitals that you're going after are integrated into a potential international network of hospitals?
Yes, we have, like I said, Hospital Ángeles is, how do you say? They are, I believe, national, and I would not be pretty sure if international, but this is a national-wide chain of hospitals, along like with Star Medica and other different hospitals that we're trying to reach after we start first, like our first trial here in our city. Like we mentioned before, we'd like to start first locally and then expand to Latin America.
Yeah, okay. The reason I ask is, you take for example, there's a big international conglomerate in the health industry called United Health, right? So who are the United Health players in Mexico? Because once you plug into them, they could also take you to other geographies, other markets. Okay. Anyways,
we haven't done any research, but we'll definitely will.
Feedback to you. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Peter.
Congrats, Paulina. I'd like to understand real well what are the benefits with savings or the gains of your customers with this solution?
Yeah, specifically in savings, this is not a product or service that is designed to reduce cost, but it's designed to increase your patient's care in the hospital, their satisfaction with their stay.
Okay, so.
Yeah. I'm going to say, Paulina, that you're the first one of all the group here so far that have kept your answers very, very short and concise and taking best of your time. Very good. Congratulations. So now we're going to move on.
Thank you.
To the next startup.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. So now I believe we have M Biomark. Is that it?
Yes, it is. Dan, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. Give me just a moment to share.
Yes.
If you can open your screen too, please, Dana.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Go ahead. The show floor is yours.
What's the cost of missing a diagnosis? For millions of women, it's their life. We're MediaMark, and we have designed a solution to make sure that this never happens again. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. Picture the 8 women who are closest to you. Your mom, your sister, me, or even yourself. And what if that woman is part of the 5 in 10 patients who are diagnosed too late? And when diagnosis comes late, the chances of survival drop dramatically. In fact, 2 out of 3 women diagnosed late will die. Early detection isn't reaching the people who need it the most. Pharmaceutical companies face several challenges in their cancer diagnosis methodologies because they're expensive, inaccessible, highly specialized, and really time-consuming. To break down these barriers, we have created MediaMark. MediaMark is a diagnostic tool designed for biotechnology companies and laboratories with a minimal invasive, cost-effective, and rapid technology that enhances accessibility, reduces cost, and is 30% faster than other technologies. This is MediaMark in action, a simple kit built on nanomedicine. It detects cancer biomarkers in blood and shows results through color in real time. We look through the molecular cancer diagnosis market, and MediaMark stands unique in a growing $190 million market. Our business model is a B to B to C. We patent our technology. Then we license this technology to pharma partners who will produce and distribute the kits. Then they will reach clients in diagnostic labs, hospitals, and health campaigns. And we get our revenues through licensing fees and royalties per test sold. MediaMark is fast, accessible, and could cost just $27 per test, making early detection possible for millions. We are so excited to have received investment to kick off our pilot testing. We have more than 1,000 visitors in our landing page, over 50 validations, and we have participated in some entrepreneurship competitions. We already have 2 LOIs and an early access waitlist. Next, we'll focus on our patents processes. And in the long term, we will expand to other cancer types, such as colorectal, lung, and pancreatic cancer. And we will include MediaMark in health insurance plans. We are a team of scientists and med students, driven by the urgency to change how early detection works. And with a $50,000 investment, we will get things done. We will be able to finish our MVP, secure our patents, and get the data to be ready to scale into clinical trials. Great, so now I want to end with these sobering facts. There are 29,000 new cases of breast cancer every single year only in Mexico, 70,000 cases in Brazil, and 2.3 million breast cancer cases worldwide every year. More than half are detected in late stages, where sadly, most women die. With MediaMark, we can change that. We want to invite you to be part of this transformation. By investing in MediaMark, we can diagnose earlier and go down in history by saving thousands of these lives. We invite you to join this quest, and we invite you to join MediaMark. Thank you.
Well done, Dana. You've done it. You still have a minute left.
Yeah.
Very good. So open for questions. Pina, if you take your slide down, please. Pina, you have your hand raised. Is that from last time? Okay. Alex?
Well done, Dana. You do have a very good market opportunity, okay? That's for sure. And again, in Brazil, huge opportunity. I recommend you speak to Bernardo, that pitched from what's the name of the company, Robert, again?
High Lab.
Right? High Lab, yeah. He might be a very good partnership for you here in Brazil. That was my only comment. And by the way, great team. Seems to me at a glance that you have very intelligent, people from. Yeah, there you go, Bernardo. Okay,
he said,
thank
okay,
you.
let's talk. Yeah. All right, Ricardo.
Congrats, Diana. Can you explain about the price of this product, more or less, an idea?
Yeah, we are on an early stage, so getting the prices was a real challenge. It's very difficult to get the price of the product. Our principal goal, of course, is to maintain the accessibility of the test. The final, approx, the cost will be $27 per test. The product will be coming in a kit. Each kit contains 25 reactions, meaning that it's for 25 patients. And each kit will be costing $675, meaning that each test it comes at only $27 per patient.
Very good. So Odile Sanchez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dana. Congratulations. My question is regarding the intellectual property. You mentioned about patents, but I want to know more about the current status of these patents or this IP.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, our goal is to have these strong intellectual properties, the principal thing or characteristic of MediaMark. And we are patent pending. We some months ago we started with the research and the process of the patent here in Mexico. And once we end our pilot testing, we'll be doing the request officially for patent.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be in the next year, hoping. I hope we can send in the next year.
Just segueing, Diana, what you said, then you have a patent pending because you already filed your initial request in Mexico?
We have a draft. We haven't sent them yet. We still have a draft. We need some extra data to make sure that we have all the components on our patent and do the filling.
Cosette.
Yeah, so how accurate is your test compared to traditional diagnostic methods such as mammography or biopsy?
Yeah, we use a panel of biomarkers. We use some small molecules that are on the bloodstream, and the biomarker, we make sure that it has a 80% of sensitivity or even higher. So that's our base, 80%. And with this panel of biomarkers, our goal is to go even higher of this 80% of sensitivity and specificity, and be able to be the same or higher than mammography. That is the gold standard nowadays.
Very good. Anyone else? Going to the feedback stage, if not. So, okay, we're going to the feedback stage now, Diana. Very strong argument you have. Then again, from an investor standpoint, he's looking to have the biggest market size possible so he can get the multiples he's looking for. And you only touch bases lightly on the other potential markets. I would recommend that you listen, we're going against cancer diagnosis. And we're starting with mammography because that's where we can start there's a the low-hanging fruit is in that space. But I would automatically show to the market that you're working on a overall universal cancer diagnosis so people can actually relate to a bigger market out of the gate, and not just say because you only have information on the mammo cancer and not the rest. And I recommend that you actually look at the entire cancer market and say, listen, my low-hanging fruit is breast cancer. Then I'm going after pancreatic cancer. And then I'm going after lung cancer. I would say going after colon and even prostate. Prostate is also killing a lot. Anyways, I would automatically show the big size that you're going after, and you're actually being very focused right now and going first after breast. By bringing information. There's a famous saying that, we trust in God and everyone else bring the data.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else? Feedback to Diana? Well, then, again, Diana, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bernardo has left his email there for you and his contact information in the chat box. So make that connection. That's what we're here for.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Cynthia, who is our next?
It's Red Check.
Red Check. Here we go. Lucas.
Hey, everyone. I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you all. Let me know when I can start, please.
Okay. Just a second, please. I'm not seeing your screen yet, Lucas.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Good to go.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Lucas. I'm a biomedical engineer and a former biodesign fellow from Stanford. And together with 3 ophthalmologists, key opinion leader ophthalmologists here in Brazil, we're tackling one of the most significant challenges, that is the lack of specialist care here in Brazil. Half of all vision care specialists in our country are in only 14 cities, which leads to visual impairment being the leading type of disability here in Brazil, accounting for almost half of the total disabled population here in Brazil. We came up with a solution trying to increase the efficiency of the existing medical workforce so they can see more patients with the same time that they have, also expand access to that specialized care through telehealth, and finally remove barriers to referral when it's necessary for a patient to go in person to a clinic. We do that through a platform that is a complete medical imaging management system powered by AI. Our AI tools increase the efficiency of the clinics because we offer automatic lesion detection, automatic triage and queue prioritization, and also similarity matching with previously diagnosed images. So in one instance, the doctor who is diagnosing exams and seeing the exams in front of him, he can be faster on doing his diagnosis and moving on to the next patient. So the first tool that we do is a automatic analysis of the exam. We say that if it's altered or a normal exam, so the doctor can focus directly on what he's looking for. After that, we do image segmentation, looking for clear signals of diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma. And finally, we compare to similar images, so they have a pre-draft of whatever the medical report is going to be. Finally, we have a generative AI with a small language model that we trained that provided with an image of an exam. It also outputs the diagnostic hypothesis, the description of the exam, a suggested action that the patient is going to take, and also a simplified explanation so the patient can understand what is that he's being diagnosed with. We finally compare with previous exams so we can know if it's an improvement or it's, going south with the evolution of the disease. We have a case where we monitored a clinic with 10 physicians, and they almost doubled their productivity, freeing up over 50 hours of the entirety of the medical staff. 50 hours in ophthalmology means like at least 200 surgeries for cataract. So that's a lot of improvement, and they gain a lot of productivity with our solution. Finally, we also have a part where we do telediagnosis, and that telediagnosis is totally white label. So we provide the report, we provide the diagnostics with all the entourage of the clinic that hired us, with low costs and fast diagnosis, with that proprietary small language model explaining to the patient what he got. We also we monitor the clinic here in Brazil's capital, a huge clinic with 6,000 exams per month. They usually took 15 business days to get back with the exam to the patient, and now with us, it takes only 60 hours. Finally, we remove barriers to referral. There's that saying, if Mohammed don't go to the mountain goes to Mohammed. That's basically what we do. With portable equipment, we organize actions to go into communities and provide vision screening without requiring a doctor on site. Our largest case is Vision for All, a visual screening program here in the state of Goiás, which is the 3rd largest state in Brazil, where we do vision screening for the entirety of the student population of the public school network of Goiás. We've been in 2 years in this journey with 125 clients in 22 states, seeing over 147,000 patients in 270,000 exams in our database. In the beginning of last year, we raised R$500,000 and we grow exponentially. And now we're trying to tackle a market that we didn't achieve before, which is the medium and large size ophthalmology centers. We grew in small practices, individual doctors or 1 or 2 doctors at a time, but we're now trying to tackle the biggest opportunity, which is the large size ophthalmology centers here. And if we get a little over half of market share, we're gonna make around $500 million every year. We think that is a feasible assumption because there's not many competitors. There's only another company that provides telediagnosis and exam management, but they don't use AI, so they cost more, and they don't integrate with equipment. So you gotta upload manually every exam. We do integrate with every piece of medical equipment, regardless of their brand. Another global competitor is Zeiss Forum, which only works with Zeiss machines. So we can do that with all. Finishing up, our long-term vision is to be an integrated ecosystem of diagnosis and referral, with telediagnosis and AI and pocket clinics as a top-of-funnel strategy that brings revenue growth across the entire healthcare chain. To do that, we're seeking around $1 million to put our referral marketplace into place and also open a couple pocket clinics. We're going to do vision screening in large areas like bus stations and shopping malls and airports, where we're going to do quick vision screening to feed that top of the funnel. Thank you so much. Sorry for going a little bit over.
You went over 1.43, so we'll take it away from your Q&A. Don't worry about it. You're still going to be down to, under the 15. So congratulations, Lucas. Great stuff. Well presented. Open for questions.
Lucas, great pitch and huge opportunity. My question is, it seems to me clinics today are your primary target client, correct?
Correct.
So
yes.
if that's correct, my question is, what's your marketing/sales strategy? Because I mean, to tackle those clinics, it's very specific. You have to go there, you have to talk to the owners, and there are many, and they're spread out all over the place. So marketing and sales strategy, please.
That's a great question. We tried quite many different strategies, going from digital marketing to going to
Conferences,
yes. But what really works is, that proximity with the owners. They talk to each other. So we're tackling mainly organic growth through referrals. So we kind of dedicate ourselves to a clinic, and then we integrate them into the platform, and we move to the next, kind of one by one step. How do we get to them? So my partners, they are 3 of them. They're both they're all ophthalmologists, and they're one of the leading ophthalmologists here in Brazil. Dr. Taleb is the president of the Brazilian Telemedicine and Teleophthalmology Society. Dr. Rosa is one of the most respected retina specialists here in Brazil. And Dr. Rafael is an international renowned AI researcher in ophthalmology. So they have openings to a lot of specialists here in Brazil. They kind of introduce me to them, and I go there, and I've been traveling quite a lot because we got to go there and do the integration. So this kind of scale is one of our most challenging parts, because it requires kind of like a consultation period first to go in there. But we're mainly going through organic referrals through our own network.
Very good, Lucas. Almir Neves.
Lucas, tell me a little bit about the hardware. It's a proprietary device, or it's a marked one? How much it costs?
Okay, so we integrate with any piece of equipment that is on the market. And I can say that with confidence. We have integrated with ophthalmology equipment that is older than myself. I'm 24. We integrated with a topography that is 27 years old. and it runs on Windows XP, which I used to play, little games as a child. But we have launched a piece of equipment of our own. It's called Slit Smart. We partner with a Brazilian manufacturing company, ophthalmology manufacturing company. It's a slit lamp, portable slit lamp that you can purchase and do automated cataract diagnosis, because we can measure how much light passes through your eyes, and if it doesn't pass, probably because you have cataract and your internal lens became opaque. That device costs 7,000 reais, which is fairly cheap for ophthalmology equipment that can go up 250,000 reais. But everything that we do is software-based mostly, and we connect to any type of hardware that the clinic might have.
Very good. Anybody else? Well, we're going to feedback now, and we're buying back that 1 hour and an hour, that 1 minute and 43 seconds. Feedback stage. I have a feedback for you, Lucas. You really struck me what Almi was asking about the integration. So on your chart, on your competition chart, you put the very top feature, which you differentiate yourself from the others, which is integration to all equipment, last read. So it's a very far, I would recommend you put it the other way around. Company on the column, features on the rows, top feature, the one you're the best. Integration with any type of equipment. Because that'll be the first read. We are Westerners, so we read left from right and top to down. So you want to always have your top-notch differentiation, everything that makes you look better, the first read of any slide. Anyway, what is your challenge now? And, great question, what Alex mentioned. And yes, you have a big challenge going forward now because you're traveling a lot. You got to talk to a lot of people. It's referral-based, and that doesn't scale. So you said your next step is going into the centers. So what is your biggest challenge going into the ophthalmologist centers?
I think in Brazil, we went through a phase where ophthalmology consolidated. We had three bigger buyers, right? XP, and then we have Patria, and then we have another running from the left. They bought a lot of ophthalmology centers, and it's kind of hard to get in. We have one hospital of each one of these portfolio companies, Vision One and Opti. And now we're trying to kind of grow inside the network, So it's a big network of ophthalmology centers here in Brazil. There's 2 of them. We started pilots and having a project in one of each, and then now we're growing inside. But I'm pretty sure you guys know healthcare is a little bit more conservative, so things go a little bit slower. But once we grow inside the network, I think with confidence that we can expand fairly easy. We grew a lot product-wise in terms of integration. We used to have 1 or 2 types of integration. Now we have 5. We can integrate through Dicon. We can integrate through different kind of approaches and technologies. But I think this is where we can really make a difference, because we can adapt to any clinics, and we just got to show them the ROI. And our biggest ROI is very is actually funny. The things that we save them the most money is because they stop printing, and they spend a lot of money printing exams. So it's very funny. That's where we're growing. We're growing with the argument that we're going to save you money because you're going to stop printing exams. They're like, okay, but I'm going to stop printing all exams? No, we can reduce your printing cost by like 80%, because 80% of people would rather just have that online.
So my last question to you, Lucas, is I understand that you also are a doctor, right?
No, I'm a biomedical engineer.
Biomedical engineer. Still, you're in the life science space.
Yes.
And you talk about your partners all being ophthalmologists. So who is the John Wayne? Who is the sales guy?
it's very funny because they are ophthalmologists, but they are very sales oriented. But they basically it's like a layup in basketball, you know. They throw the lob, I finish it, because it's a very consultative sales, right? Because you got to go in, you got to analyze all the infrastructure the clinic has in terms of equipment, in terms of connectivity, in terms of, you know, it's if it's going to work or
Pre-sales,
not.
yeah, pre-sales engineering.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I basically go analyze and give them like a time frame of how fast we can integrate it. And that's also kind of like hard here in Brazil. We don't have biomedical engineering as a degree in most universities. We have 3 universities in Brazil. So it's kind of hard to find talent that can speak engineering, can speak life sciences, and can also speaks, you know, software integration with hardware.
Yeah. So my last feedback to you before moving on is for an investor's sake, and you have a round open right now, one of your guys has to showcase he's a salesperson first, ophthalmologist second, or biomedical engineer second. We have to see a sales guy there.
Okay.
Typically, especially in Silicon Valley, we want to see 3 guys on board. The technology guy, the solving every problem guy, which is the operations guy, right? And the sales guy. And I call the sales guy John Wayne, because if you have a John Wayne in front of you in the United States, everyone's very comfortable, and you move on to the second stage. All right, very good. Thank you. Congratulations. Next, Cynthia.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you. It's Nat 5, Daniel.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Can you
Hi,
see my
Daniel.
screen?
Yeah, now it came in, yes.
Okay. Well, tell me when I start. Oh, I started already.
Yeah, well, you just want to put it on a slideshow mode if you can, because you're on a presenter mode. Go up to the top on the left, on the right-hand corner, present.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
Good to go.
Okay, well, so like I said, I'm Daniel Sanchez. I'm the market maker. So what I'm presenting to you is nature has no markets. There's thousands of restoration projects ready to scale. We're in a triple crisis, biodiversity loss, climate change, and we're not doing enough. We all know that we depend directly or indirectly our GDP from nature. And what's needed is $200 billion to be invested, and we're only investing about 30 billion. So we can't restore nature if we can't finance it. Nat5 is a platform. It's a certifier and also a marketplace for nature-based solution projects that emit 4 types of credits. We have our own proprietary methodologies, and we emit 4 types of credits. So that's carbon, biodiversity, water, and soil. So how it typically works is you have a project, a nature-based solution project. You do the certification to the AOCP, which is the ACES on-chain protocol. Then you do the blockchain registry, everything within the site, and then it goes through the marketplace, and so it ends up with the corporate buyers, investors. So we are in a case of making nature investable. A little bit of the traction. We started in 2023. We have over 26 certified projects. That's the most projects with biodiversity credits from any other standard in the world. We have over 100 projects through our pipeline. Not all of them will be certified. We're in over 17 countries, 1.5+ million hectares in process, over $250 in credits sold. Actually, the numbers should be corrected. It should be about 300,000, and over close to $750,000 in negotiations, and we have over 2 million verified nature positive credits available. So this is how the 2026 will look like. This is a little bit of the projects, where they stand, where they are. We have
your slides are not moving, Daniel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're just seeing your first slide.
Okay. So
I'll stop the clock.
So I'll keep it in
All right, do whatever you have to do.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay, we're seeing it now.
Okay. So I was saying we have the 4 types of credits. This is what the market or what the traction we've achieved so far. We have projects that are certified in Spain, Portugal, France, and projects in Latin America, Mexico. What's the business model? So we have multi-revenue. It's a scalable platform. So we have 2 as of now, because of the nascent market. Onboarding fees is one of the drivers of revenue. And we have a scheme where we do a partnership model. We take 20% of the credits from every project. That allows us to bring down the cost, the onboarding costs. So just to give you an example, we're about 1/6 of the cost. And at the same time, we certify a project in under 12 months compared to other standards that take 6 times the cost. So that's about $30,000, $35,000. And the time, it's about 2 years to get certification. So that obviously makes it more expensive and riskier to invest. We do educational and training services just because we see there's a need for the market to get educated. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of them have question marks in their faces, like a couple of you do. And at the same time, we have data and analytics layer. We have like I said, our own DMRV elements that we have. So Nat5 is a pivot company. It's a spin-off, from Assess, which has over 23 years of experience working in ecological engineering, stemming from Chihuahua. We have people. We're a bigger team working all over, distributed through Europe and Mexico mostly. And what we're aiming for 2026 and 2027 to double the number of certified projects. The biggest challenge for us is the market, who's buying the credits. So corporates, although EU is coming with their 2027 agenda or map for credits, nature positive credits, that's when we see that's gonna tilt the boat. And we've have already companies that bought credits, we have investors, and we have big corporations or big organizations that are in the space that have allied with us. So so this is my information. That's it.
All right, thank you, Daniel. Well done. So I already have questions here. Let's start with Isole.
You're on mute.
You're muted.
Sorry. Congratulations, Daniel. Thank you. I have two questions for you, short questions. First of all, you have 3 things. You have the platform, you have sales, and you have clients. The platform is scalable, but how are you thinking to manage to put all your model scalable? This is the first question. And let's keep it on this one, only on this.
So how we're gonna scale it is so we certify projects everywhere. So we are building the market. So we're connecting demand and offer. I don't know if I answered the question, but that's how we're doing it. We're building a market for everyone involved. We had an event in Mexico City, October 6 and 7, where project developers were pitching their projects to investors and corporate buyers, just creating the market as opposed to a traditional standard that only certifies.
Okay, and one more question. You may comply with a series of regulations. How are you dealing with this? Is this a challenge for you to scale the platform, the regulations?
No, so we will adapt to, so we're in the voluntary market. We will adapt to when it's regulatory or mandated. That's not a problem. We will go through whatever is necessary.
Okay, thank you.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, so my question is your platform structured like a crowdfunding model? for nature-based projects, or is it designed for companies to invest and benefit from tax deductions, or what's the main incentive driving your sales beyond the environmental nature-based appeal?
So you hit on the nail. The biggest challenge is regulations. It's not regulated yet. It's not mandatory, so it's voluntary. So that's why what we're doing, what the incentives, we're switching the narrative, but companies are not yet ready to buy credits because they don't have their impacts, their environmental or their nature impacts aligned. What happens with carbon is there's a unit and standardized throughout everywhere. But this is going to change when the EU in 2027. So next year, but in October, companies will be running around like chickens without a head, looking for help to comply with EU regulations. That's where we're going to see it's going to get the sweet spot.
Alex.
Daniel, great presentation, and I was paying attention because I don't know a lot about this market specifically, so I learned a lot. And just confirm the following. My understanding is that you're a marketplace. Is that correct? I mean, connecting the players, different kinds of players within the nature market world.
Yes.
With that, so who exactly are your clients? Do you make money throughout every transaction that is made within your marketplace? Is that the way it goes?
So we have a partnership model and a non-partnership model. In the partnership model, which lowers the fee, so something just to, I hope time is enough. So you hear out that over 70% of natural reserves in the world are in local people and local communities and indigenous people's hand. They don't speak English, they don't speak finance here, so they don't have access to the international markets. So what we realize is that we have to lower the entry barriers. So that's why we came up with the partnership model. We keep 20% of the credits, but so that way it's cheaper for them. But we also have the non-partnership where the fees are higher, and that's another revenue. But we are creating the market because there's also a lot of criticisms with carbon with the carbon markets. People buy credits, but what the landowners end up getting, it's very little, so it's not enough, and then you have you have inequalities and injustice that we don't want to perpetuate.
Okay, very good. Anybody else? Go into the feedback mode then. I have a question, however, before we do that, because we still got time here on the clock. Who is your competition?
So the biggest competitors, it's called Savimbo or Dev or Verra, Gold Standard. But what we see as an alternative, that just be straightforward. Those are the competitors.
Yeah, okay, being straightforward. So what's your competitive advantage? What's the differentiation?
Cheaper, faster, and we are not only certified, we're creating the market and we're connecting demand and offer. Standards don't do that. They certify, they charge a lot. That's it.
It goes back to Alex Common. You're a marketplace, right? In a sense, that's what you are. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, feedback stage. Anybody want to provide some feedback to Dan? So I'm going to just give you some feedback that, since we're in connection between Mexico and Brazil, check out Landprint. They have something very similar to what you're doing here in Brazil. And perhaps if you see something, that potential connection there for partnership, as one representing the other in each market, we can make the introduction. I think they're doing something very similar to what you're doing right now. Landprint. He's actually an Italian guy living in Brazil. Leo Tostes, he is here in the group. and he wants to learn more. So what I think we'll do later is I'll connect you, Leo, to Daniel, because Leo's in the ESG space, but he's right now remote and having connections issues. And he's left his, go to the chat box, Daniel. Oh, you put your, okay, Leo, Daniel has put his connection on the chat box. There you go. Yeah, and so you can connect directly because he'll have several questions. Check out Landprint. If you see something, reach out. We'll make the connection there. All right? Next thing. Por nadie.
Thank you. It's Simplifica turn.
Mauricio.
Yeah.
Here I am. Sorry, I was just organizing the script. Well, my name is Mauricio Espuso. I'm from Simplifica. We are working with data science, with data analysis. During this period that we are operating, we are looking for the companies that everybody is going now for the idea from data, information, and knowledge. But the most important thing is the question. Anything starts without a question. Where you want to reach? What is the destination? For example, we can mention about the question that Dr. Camilo Golgi and Santiago Cajal had 1 century ago. Both were Nobel winners and had one question that was only answered after 50 years. Only when the electron microscopy was invented, they were able to answer that question. Why is the neuron was separated by a small synaptic fence to connect between the electrons? So when we talk about data, we need to understand that we have process and data. If we don't have a well process stabilized, we cannot collect good data. And Simplifica is composed by three pillar points that we have. One is related to process that we have on a startup that's called process use, that we develop process and we develop the one software as a service. It's a SaaS platform. Simplifica, that we work with the information, with the data, we do the process, data, information, knowledge to answer the questions. And we have a design tech to solve the question about the experience. We saw during this period that we don't have a well-defined process, we cannot collect it. The information. If we don't have a good experience, the people don't stay and don't feel the required information. And you need all these pieces to create the cake and be possible to analyze the data. We have a method for each company that is consisted by an analysis and simplification, customization, and automation, because it's important to understand the scenario, to simplificate and to see what's the most important, and customizate because each company has its own problem, and automatize what is possible to be done. We have success stories. We did a project for AO Foundation from Switzerland. We were able to increase 30% the number of members doing analysis and the retention of almost 6%. From design tech, we have one case that was the platform of IEP and Senai, Emprega Senai, that was, we draw the experience and the front end. And we had a success story from process that we worked from a company here in Brazil that they had a problem getting data from Google Analytics, Salesforce, and Ventex to calculate ROI, CAC, and from digital market. We are able to make it 20 times faster, and we increased the consistency of the data from 90% to 100%. We are different a little bit from the other companies that will have defined product that they have structure. We work more in synergy with the other companies. We work together. Our revenue model is from SaaS to process use, from projects, and from 5D, and from Simplifica, we have revenue from case success. We work in this model. Thanks so much for the opportunity. It will be nice to connect with you. And thanks.
Thank you, Mauricio. You had about a half a minute left, but all good. So let's questions. Ricardo Dona. You're muted. There you go.
Okay. Mauricio, can you explain about the problem you are solving with Simplifica?
Okay, perfect. For example, we go with the companies and seek with the pain points that can be solved by data analysis. For example, in EO Foundation was association from Switzerland that they have a problem with the member retention. We understand the behavior through the data. Another case that we are working with another company from Hot Milk, we are working in a case for Suframa, Superintendência Zona Franca de Manaus, integrating the structure of data, but also using AI to identify the results from I forgot the word from the invoices. Sorry, from invoice making for native digital or scanned to get information. So basically, what we do is to look the problem and find a way through the methodology that we can use to collect the data to answer these questions.
Okay, you can solve any kind of problem.
More related to where we have well data structure that we can use mathematics to understand.
Okay.
Mainly because we see collaboration with ICT is not more related. We are not able to solve everything, but we are prepared to collect the data and to prepare the structure to answer the questions.
Your software is integrated with SAP, Oracle, something like this?
Yes, we develop integration with, for example, payments with GetNet. We develop integration with Salesforce. Depends in each project. For example, for one case that I just presented, we had to develop integration to Google Analytics, Salesforce, and Vertex. Depending on the project, we connect with different projects.
And your main customer, for example, the main verticals in the market.
The market, our main customers is EO Foundation from Switzerland, that is a medical association. We have other projects, but mainly because we work from each startup can develop small projects by themselves. For example, 5D, we have projects with FIEP, we have other projects with Sebrae. So we are small projects, but each branch can work by themselves.
Okay, thank you. Congrats.
Alex.
Excuse me. Mauricio.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You're in the data business, right? Data analysis business. I'll have to rephrase Robert earlier on. Robert said, trust God, anyone else bring data. And I wrote that down and I'll use it in the future. So bottom line is you're in a good position because you're in a data business. However, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you're like a software house. You work consultancy projects, you deliver integration. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is you don't have like a product. You're a more service-driven organization. And the other thing is you're not positioning yourself in this specific segment, because your customers are for different market segments. Okay, and that nothing wrong with that so far, okay? My question is, what's your plan to scale that up? Because this is a typical company. If it's software driven, if I'm understanding this correctly, scaling the business is very difficult, especially scaling the business, even more scaling the business internationally. So how do you plan to scale up?
No, we have some years of experience in associations and foundations. Our plans to go forward is to focus in this market because we can also develop the solution, but also provide outsourcing. We have some cases that we had experience solving this kind of problem, bringing solutions that doesn't exist in the market, but not only solving the solution, but also the outsourcing. So we can see that it can be in a strategy once that we have this well-defined market that will be foundations and associations.
All right, very good. Odile?
Yeah, maybe I can switch my question to a feedback recommendation.
Go ahead.
My question was regarding the traction because sometimes Ricardo asked about it, what customers do you have, etc. So the feedback is it is important to show the traction, although it can be a validation process or whatever, or sales by themselves. It is important for us to understand what's happening according to the sales strategy. If it is any validation in process, maybe if we see some names, some companies, or description about them, it will be helpful to show the power of the solution and how it is working right now.
Perfect, thanks.
Yeah, I'm going to segue into what Alex mentioned, Mauricio. And it is important you have this challenge because the way you present yourself as a service company and not as a product company. And services, they can scale, but at a very high cost because you got to need a lot of bodies and brains to sustain and deliver. So as a product, yes, then you have a chance to scale because you can able to reduce your cost of production as you increase your sales. So I think your challenge is to show that you have a product, right? And I would highly recommend that because, okay, there's an acronym in English that in the United States, everybody recognizes. I'll challenge my friend Alex, who lived in Canada, to tell me what DOD means. Don't know. Well, anyone in the States knows. DOD is Department of Defense, the biggest buyer in the world. And I say no more. DOD is not Department of Defense anymore. It's data-driven or die. So you're in a very great space because anyone does not actually try to manage this organization by data and by intelligence, Jurassic Park's right around the corner. So I highly recommend that you position yourself as, with a product, right? I'm going to help you become data-driven. Because if you don't do that, bye-bye, Jurassic. Anyway, that's my feedback to you. Almir, please go ahead.
Work with data is always challenging. And as you said, Alex and Robert, we need to understand well the data to have the right kind of outcomes of the business. But something I realized more recently, I have been working with the data since 2019, probably, with sales data, and was really difficult to understand sales data, take that from the CRM and put this in a table to work with that. But today you can put a table in Gemini or ChatGPT and start to ask, and the replies are fantastic. So I think like Alex said, we need to think that like a product. Okay, what kind of interface I can build that I can give to the customer that he can use to talk and have the answers with the data they need. not you, your team works for them. They need to talk and have the interaction with the data. And this is completely possible today with the ChatGPT and Gemini and the LLMs we have in the market.
No, many thanks for the feedback. But this is one point that I believe that will never end about consulting. That is the ability to make the questions. Because one thing that I saw during this period, that the people, everybody have answers, everybody have models, everybody have IA, but 3 years that we are working with ChatGPT and we don't have the cure of the cancer. So the people needs to be more intelligent, to work with more intelligence. So it's one thing that it's one thing that we need to discuss in the future, that okay, we can have the tools that can give me feedback, but if we don't have specialized people that knows how to do the questions, we never go forward because we keep in the same levels. Thank you so much for the presentation. Thank you so much for the recommendations and feedbacks. We'll take points to improve and go forward. Many thanks.
Very good. All right, Mauricio, well done. So, Cynthia, who is up next?
Yeah, Tribu is next. Marisol,
Tribu.
go ahead. Hello, everyone. So am I sharing my screen now? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 1 second. Yes. Okay. Well, so I'm start with one question. How many of us here have ever complained about traffic? I think there's no people in Latin America that have never done it. Every minute, a car passes by going to your same destination, but with empty seats. In Mexico City, over 23 million of car seats circulate empty every single day. And as I always say, there's no more space for cars, but there's a space for more people in those cars. And that's exactly what we do at Tribu. Every major Latin American cities faces the same paradox. We have too many cars and not enough space. In Mexico, over 55% of the trips are commuting to work. In Brazil, the car is still the main way to go to work, used by 1 in every 3 workers. And yet the car occupancy rate is extremely low. So we sit alone, we stuck, we stress on traffic and polluting every single day. And traffic is just not a mobility problem nowadays. It's a productivity crisis, a climate challenge, and a mental health issue. So for this, we have part of the solution. Tribu is a corporate and university carpooling platform that connects people who share the same route to go to work or university. Through our app, employees and students can share rides in a safe, verified, and easy-to-use way, reducing costs, stress, and emission. We partner directly with companies, universities, and governments, helping them create their own sustainable mobility program. And our business model is a B2B SaaS, so organizations pay an annual subscription for a customized platform with data reports, impact metrics, and management tools. In short, we make it possible and easy for people to share cars, reduce traffic, and move better together. Tribu has 10,000 users active monthly, and just last month we have broken the record with over 100,000 shared trips this month. And we also this year we just closed a 2 million euros investment round led by Iberdrola. And last weekend we helped more than 4,000 people reach the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Mexico City. Tribu has an international presence, and the opportunity in Latin America is massive. Every day, 120 million commutes travel to work, and most of them alone. If just 10% started sharing their rides, we could remove millions of cars from the roads, improving productivity and reducing emission across the entire cities. Today, more than 100 organizations use Tribu, having between the 50% and the 40% of their employees carpooling every day. And we're also helping companies strengthen their ESG strategies with real data. And well, our mission also aligns directly with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, including sustainable cities and communities, climate action, decent work and economic growth, good health and well-being partnership for the goals, because we believe solving urban mobility requires everyone, companies, governments, and citizens working together. Behind Tribu, there's a team of 30 people between Spain and Mexico with 8 years of experience building smarter mobility. Our vision is simple: to make shared mobility the default way to move in cities. Because every seat represents wasted space and every shared ride brings us closer to a cleaner, calmer, and more connected cities. Well, at Tribu, we're not just reducing traffic, we are also rebuilding urban life around collaboration. So thank you, everyone. I'm Marisol Quesada, co-founder and country manager of Tribu app, and I would love to partner with you and move the world together. Thank you.
Well done, Marisol. Well done. So open for questions. I see Adriana. Oh, Adriana, you want to ask a question, Adriana? Go ahead.
I'm really sorry. Hi, Marisol. It's a pleasure. And I've already seen this business model in Mexico and in other parts of the world. I don't know if you ever heard of Carpool, but that was, I think, 7 or 5 years ago, a company that was that used the same business model that you're making. And the problem that they faced, that was the security of the people that is driving it, because unfortunately, not many people are in the goodwill. And many people are facing, or was in that part, was facing that they were increasing the assaults and the security of the people on board. So that's why, unfortunately, carpool doesn't exist anymore in Mexico and in other parts of the world. So how are you assuring that obviously the car driver is going to be secure, and obviously the people that are driving giving the lift and going on the ride are going to be secure? Because in Mexico and many busy cities are facing this security problem.
Okay, thank you, Adriana. That's a very good question. We actually exist in Mexico. We've been like more than 5 years working in Mexico and other countries in Latin America. And that's exactly what you just said. There's been a lot of effort to try to build this carpooling model. And I think that one thing that distinguishes us from the rest of the projects that have been implemented before is that we are a B2B model. So we have our platform, our app, only in companies and universities that collaborate with us. So the way to enter our platform is not free for everyone. We are not a B2C model. The only way to enter our platform is that me and your company have a collaboration where your company gives me your email or your specific access to give you access to my platform, so you can find and carpool with more people. But those people are your co-workers or your partners from school. You know, it's like a close community. So that's how we verify that every user is someone that you can trust.
Very good. Ricardo.
Okay, congrats, Marisol. Can you explain, you show a lot of enterprise companies, okay? Can you explain how you monetize your solution? Who is paying for this?
Okay, companies. Actually, companies are the one buying the software, so they buy the access to the personalized and customized app. So we personalize the app with all the community brand and the community of the employees of these companies, and they pay a fee. Okay, the ticket fee, it's around $10,000 annually.
Question: why these companies are paying this fee? Why?
We have detected three main reasons why they buy this. One is for the employee rotation rate. There's been a lot of people that they don't want to go to work to offices no more before the pandemic, or there are also some specific zones in Mexico City or around Mexico that they don't have access to public transportation. So the only way to go to work is by using their car. So this also causes the company a lot of costs on parking. They have to rent or whether build more parkings to have space for those cars bring in. So we have demonstrated that with carpooling, the main users is the people who want to stop using their car, so to go with another partner. So there's one car that doesn't circulate, that doesn't occupy the space for parking, and also there's one employee that you improve the employee experience in the company, because probably with 1 day or 2 days that they are carpooling, they don't get stressed in the traffic, they don't spend the money on gas, so it's the employee rotation and the reduction on parking. And also we also have this metric of how much you reduce on how much scope 3 emissions you reduce through the carpooling. So you can also show these metrics and get kind of certifications and like validations, because you're like doing something for the environment also.
Probably these are the main reason, because they reduce
cost.
Alex.
Marisol, great job. Great job. I was so happy when you said you're going to sell B2B and targeting not just corporations, but universities, schools. I do believe, and if you want to talk over that, I'm working with many universities here in Brazil, and I think you have an opportunity there. It's different. It's really, those people that go to work every single day for many, many years, and they can use your service. My question would be, what is your projection or your revenue projection for next year, the year after that? How many users do you intend, so that I get a sense of how big business that we're looking at here?
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, we work with companies, we work with universities, and our last weekend was our first time doing this with a massive event like it's Formula One. So yeah, we're getting prepared for also trying to change this model to a B2C model. It's also through that, to do this and open and expansion our product, we have to face some security things now that we have to get ready, because there's the security here is a problem. I was ready for this, and also right now we're having a 25% growth monthly in our users. This because a new law that was approved in Spain. So we are projecting a revenue of 3,000 million revenue for 2026.
3,000 million.
Yeah.
US dollars.
Yes.
And how many users do you intend to have at that, by next year?
Okay, right now we are having around 100,000 users actively, and we are having a growth of the 20% monthly because of this law that happened in Spain that allow us now to give euros to our users. So yeah, it's around 25% on users every month.
Okay.
And yeah, our ARR actually this 2005 is $5,000 dollars.
So it's fair to say that your company is in a very early stage company, right?
It's in a very early stage for a B2C model. Yes.
Okay. How long have you been in business?
8 years.
8 years. Okay. Okay. My only advice, I mean, if I can't say, be careful with Adriana's comments. Okay, so a B2C, all the threats eventually would be, smarter to stick in and gain more market in the corporate and the academia world? If my 20 cents, okay?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
this is also my advice. Don't do B2C. Go all in with B2B and events and stuff like that. All the companies that die along the way, they were B2C. Don't do that. Stay
Okay.
B2B.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I couldn't say any better. I give you that's the top recommendation. B2B is where you want to be, and you got a lot of B's in your business, right? So keep on to the B's.
Thank you.
Don't take on the C's. All right. All right. Very good. Well done, Marisol. Cynthia, next.
It's Sleep Up.
Sleep Up, Renata.
Yeah. Hello, I'm here. Just share my screen. Okay. Okay, can you see it changing?
Yes.
Is it changing?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, great. So it's a pleasure to be here. I'm Renata. I'm co-founder and CEO of Sleep Up. So Sleep Up is a digital therapeutic IoT platform for sleep and brain health. We are addressing a big problem. 1 billion people suffer from sleep disorder. The current treatments and diagnostics are not effective and accessible. It means almost 30% of the population with insomnia or sleep apnea. And we have a huge loss in productivity and healthcare costs and even mortality. There is a lack of sleep psychologists. Psychology is the golden standard treatment for insomnia. Medication is not effective. We have side effects, tolerance. So we developed a digital medication, an app, clinically validated, regulated, to offer this digital treatment in a more accessible way, an effective way. So we developed this in 6 languages already, including Chinese, Arabic, Spanish, English, Portuguese. So the app offers the full journey from prevention, therapeutics, and diagnostics. We use cognitive behavioral therapy, the golden standard psychological treatment for insomnia. Within the app, we also offer many features of diaries, clinical assessment questionnaires, integration with mainstream devices and our medical devices. And we also developed electroencephalogram headband, clinically validated also, to offer a more accessible, convenient, comfortable way of monitoring sleep and diagnosing sleep disorder. So our purpose is to democratize access to treatment and diagnostics worldwide. And everything was developed by us. We've reached 98% accuracy in relation to polysomnography, the golden standard exam. We use machine learning AI algorithms, and we have global production scalability because of our partners. It's a very user-friendly, comfortable, and washable headband. So we have detachable components, washable fabric, so it's very hygienic. This is how it looks like. And we are also working our roadmap with projects related to cognitive decline, dementia, Alzheimer's, with our EEG technology, and proprietary AI digital twins for the personalized treatment. It's a big market. Digital therapeutics is the fastest growing healthcare segment in the VC area, and also a highly growing market in terms of sales. And we have a global strategy, a global go-to-market strategy, using scalable healthcare channels for high distribution, including healthcare providers, pharmacies, retail pharmacies, insurance providers, and public health reimbursement. Our competitive differential is the fact that we offer the full journey, the therapeutics, as well as the sleep monitoring and diagnostics, combining our proprietary electroencephalogram headband algorithms with our digital therapy. So this is very unique. We have a patent on that. So this is the way we differentiate ourselves from wearable devices without clinical validation and without therapeutic approach, and other digital therapeutic apps that do not offer biomarkers monitoring and diagnostics. This is a little bit about our clinical outcomes. So we have more than 40,000 users through B2B models. And we showed already the great outcome, the clinical outcome from sleep times and many sleep metrics that we measure. So it's a SaaS service model, B2B model. We have two types: the standalone digital therapy, the app on its own, which is the most scalable one, and the home care sleep and exam, which includes the devices on a rented model. We have many scientific publications, regulatory approvals, R&D grants. We've been to many accelerators and incubators. And we've been awarded globally because of our impact and disruptive innovation. We have partners and customers in China and UAE, and in Europe, and in Latin America as well. We are an early stage startup with less than $1 million of revenue so far. We have 20 people in the team, driven by purpose and science. And support us on the mission to improve mental health of millions of people. Thank you. And we closed our seed round recently, so we have a small tech available if you're interested. Thank you.
Well done, Renata. Okay, I'll ask you to down your screen and let me see questions. I think Cosette might want to have a question. If you, Renata, can you just take down your screen, please?
Yes, just did it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I was wondering if there are some regulatory approvals you have to take care of before you enter another markets. And other question is if this is B2B or if you have like a B2C too.
Yes, good question. Yes, everything is regulated. The app is regulated as a software as medical device, and the devices as a medical device. The app is already approved since 2021. We are now under CE mark. In a few countries, we are approved in Brazil and in Abu Dhabi, and we are now under FDA and CE mark approval. And the headband is being approved in Brazil. So in the next 3 months, we'll finish. Our main commercial channel is B2B, but because of our purpose of democratization, we are available B2C for those interested through our website.
Do you sell in Mexico? I'm kind of interested.
Yes. We see a lot of interest from B2C. It's a shame that's not it's a high cost of acquisition, but we see a huge potential for B2C.
Okay, thank you.
Well answered. Alex.
Renata, great job, great work. Congrats. Sleep disorders, stress, mental health. Needless to say that you're in a market segment that unfortunately will keep on growing more and more. And so there's a great opportunity for your work. I understand you sell the hardware, which is very, very interesting from a design perspective. Very nice. I imagine it's like an IoT solution, right? So it sends information through the internet to providers, and that's exactly what you do, right? You sell data information from somebody's minds to a lab or a physician to analyze and provide treatments. Is that how it goes?
Yes, part of it. We do the intervention digitally ourselves as well, without any human approach. We do offer telemedicine, we do offer a hybrid approach, but we are fully digitally scalable in terms of the software. And but it's a service model. We offer the data.
Perfect.
And intervention.
No further questions. I mean, great opportunity you have in hands.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So we had Almir. Did you lower your hand?
Just quick question, Renata. We are living today in a era of rings, watches, bands, and all these devices bring a lot of information about everything of our life. How do you guys compare in the price of your device against the price, for example, of Apple Watch? Or how do you think you can be competitive in price with we already have in the market?
Yeah, it's a good question. We don't really compete. We complement each other because we work on different segments. We work on clinically validated. We are a medical device for B2B, for clinicians, hospitals, and whereas these mainstream wearable devices, they do not offer any clinical outcome or diagnostics or something like that. They are trying to sometimes get some FDA approval in some features, which is really interesting because they want to become a kind of hybrid, a consumer device, medical device, but there is still it is a different business model. And what put us apart is the fact that we use electroencephalogram, which is the golden standard sensor for brain activity. So no one, perhaps we can do our exit with them because they are not working with EEG, nobody. And BCI, brain computer interface, is going to be the next mobile phone in the next few years. So there is a huge trend on BCI. And but they are partners. We integrate actually them in via API in our digital therapy.
I have a question, Renata. Is the name Brain Up taken?
Yeah, Brain Up, yes. We use different approaches. We use digital therapeutics, clinical intervention, and proprietary algorithms. So there are many headband devices that are offering biofeedback like them, biofeedback, binaural beats and lights and biostimulation. There are some US companies that raise a big capital, like Somni and but they are like consumer driven totally. Yeah, they just want to make you sleep when you wear it 5 minutes before going to bed. And from a clinician point of view, that's not how you treat sleep disorder. So it's just like a quick fix but people are just desperate. They buy anything. 10% of the population is taking sleeping pills every single day. So people are just desperate and they cannot find a solution. So that's why we offer the full approach of treatment and diagnostics.
Medical cannabis.
Yeah, but I'd ask for a different reason, Renata. In your slide, on your competition slide, you made a point of distinguishing yourself from sleep monitoring apps, and yet you call yourself Sleep Up. And you're offering, your value proposition is much further than sleep monitoring. So I said, wow, she's actually showing the brain, so why not Brain Up? And that's why I asked, is the Brain Up name taken? Because you're a lot more than Sleep Up. You differentiate yourself from sleep monitoring apps, and yet you call yourself Sleep Up.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I actually have another slide with Brain Up, Somni, and a few other players that
I didn't even know.
You're totally right.
I didn't even know that it existed in Brain Up. It just gives you a lot more than Sleep Up. Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anybody else? Questions? Oh, yeah, Jovan.
Hi, Robert. Yeah.
Yes.
Renata, very good presentation. Fantastic. I have a hobby of studying longevity, and sleep is crucial, longevity's sake. And I like your proposition because, like you mentioned, and Robert pointed out, you treat the complete journey, which is different from monitoring. Yeah. So you as a company, you not only you offer the capacity for the end client to monitor himself, but you also offer the assistance of interpreting the results and interpreting the data. And for that, for credibility's sake, my question would be, I saw you had 18 scientific publications. I don't know if I saw it right. Are these peer reviewed? Because on the effective side, having peer review publications is very strong. Look, I have these publications, and they are peer reviewed. It will give you a credibility, very important that health arena. And
Yeah.
So I ask you, are they peer reviewed, these studies?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. To work in the healthcare sector, we need a lot of credibility. So we are. Two of them are peer review, international peer review journals. We are writing two more. The others are conference abstracts and other types of presentations. We are always showing our solution in sleep world congresses, but we have 7 PhDs in the team working hard to convince the doctors to use everyone to use our solution.
And just a quick compliment. What are the main competitors you have in the world? Because for me in Brazil, I don't see my country as a limit. I will hire the solution wherever it is. So do you have global competitors on this? Complete journey.
Yeah. We were born global, so we don't have a similar company. No. That's why we applied for a patent. But there are some headbands, as I said, providing biofeedback as a consumer device. There is no one doing exactly what we are doing, and you are right that it's a global opportunity. So we are closing very big contracts in China and other countries because it's this type of technology, digital therapeutics and BCI are growing and getting a lot of traction.
Yeah, correct. You're on the right track.
Very good.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Pina.
Thank you.
You're muted.
Congrats, Renata. Renata, if you understand, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Your main value is knowledge, not hardware or else the software. Would it be possible in the future integrate your solution with any other IoT devices to expand your environment?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Our core is the methodology, the software, the algorithm. So that's what our patent is about, the system. It's not hardware. Hardware is commodity. Everyone can copy. So we have our own hardware. But for instance, our customer in China, they wanted to have their own hardware, like Chinese companies. They are good at that. So they developed their hardware with our project, and they pay just the service, the algorithms and the license to us. And yes, we can integrate. That's our very strong know-how. We can integrate very easily with many other hardware.
Very good. Very well done, Renata. Congratulations. And now we move on, since I think to the last one, Dr. AI.
Yeah, correct.
Yep, very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right, very well. So do we have our friend from Dr. AI here? There he is.
Yes, here I am.
Yes, Mauricio, here you are.
Hey, how's it going, Robert?
Yes, very good. So the show floor is yours, Mauricio.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let me just put my presentation on. 1 second. Okay, I try to be very quickly, okay?
All right.
Okay, so please let me know if you see my screen.
Yes, we see it.
Okay, perfect. So we are from Dr. AI. Dr. AI has the power to reinvent healthcare journeys. So when we look at the health system in Brazil, we have more than 30% of all costs as waste. Our systems are outdated, costly, inefficient, and widely inaccessible. So we have several basic KPIs that show us more than 800,000 patients die every year due to bad diagnosis, misdiagnosis. Also, more than 50% of patient interactions during the care process are lost because of lack of information. More than 10 billion lost in the poor data management in healthcare, and more than 15 billion costs affecting doctors due to overburden of process and documentations during the year. So Dr. AI use agents to streamline and automate workflows, medical documentation, reduce burdens, and enhance patient care, turning inefficiencies into opportunities. And how we do that? Basically, we have our copilot operating in hospitals and operators nowadays. I will show you our clients where we have the copilot, where we have the transcription. The transcription turns into alerts and also automation of the medical records and documentations of the clients during the process of the consultation, since the triage up to the end of the patient care. So we increase also scalability and implementation of AI in companies because we have our marketplace of agents, education, and also community. So when we implement AI into a large company, hospital, or operator, we basically put our systems, our agents to run on the top of the current systems, so we don't need to change any systems. There's no friction, and we can put in place in few days, running and showing results very quickly. Okay, so in the end of the day, we reduce operational errors. We match company standards, so we make sure also that we increase assertiveness, diagnosis assertiveness, and of course productivity enhancement. So this only on this part, there is more than 157 billion in annual savings that we can generate with AI agents in global healthcare sector. Okay. So, but to do that, we develop 5 models. So first of all, autopilots that can make auto scheduling or customer service. So when you call an operator that has Dr. AI running, they can schedule for you. They can do the triage. We also have the copilot of smart medicine. We have the post appointment where the AI agents after the consultation get in touch with you. And then we have a monitoring and dashboards as well. So we have basically in smart medicine, we have basically 4 submodels. The EMR, where the emergency rooms, where we act co-piloting with the nurse and also the doctor, supporting them during the consultation. In the ICU, during the hospitalization as well, reducing the length of a stay or improving effectiveness for health plans, outpatient care, and telemedicine as well. So we automate all the workflow in these 4 main workflows. So these are few of our clients. Redditor, the largest in Brazil and Latin America. Unimed, also the 2nd largest health plan in Brazil, and Santa Cruz, which is the biggest medicine supplier in Latin America as well. So our business model, we can run everything in-house in our architecture, or we can also, for the big clients, we can implement on them. We are nowadays in more than 15 hospitals, more than 200,000 consultations done, 8,000 USD in MRR. Okay, and this is our booked revenue with the contracts that we already have signed it already, which we are implementing nowadays. Okay. Our team is Max, Mauricio, and Tiago, and we are B2B focused, and we are raising 5 million. That's it.
Wow. Yeah, you got 3 minutes still left, Mauricio. Down and dirty. Well done.
Yep.
So,
try to rush as much as possible here.
yeah, no, very good. So let me see questions. Go ahead, Pina.
Congratulations, Mauricio. You talk about many markets, healthcare, hospitals, another ones. What are your main market?
My main market are hospitals, but I can market hospitals for verticalized healthcare plans or to particular hospitals as well. So, but I can serve with the same solution for particular hospitals, which they want to improve assertiveness, they want to increase relevance, right? Pertinencia, relevance. So, but I can do the same in a different perspective for operational health plans, for health plans, which I can increase operational efficiency and reduce costs for them because I have the AI agents that are guiding the doctors for this type of illness regarding the whole transcription of the consultation, what the doctor should do that is within the procedure for that illness. So I kind of guide the doctor for health plans. So assuming that that will be the more perfect matching treatment. And for hospitals, I do kind of the same, but in order to get the higher standard levels, and that can increase a lot of opportunities for revenues and also so in my platform, in those 4 models, in the EMR, in the hospital, in international hospitalization, telemedicine, or outpatient, and all of those flows, we have transcription, automation of the documentation, and also recommendation during the process.
And
very good. Go ahead.
What is your business model?
I charge by consult or by consultation or by license. I can charge by license by doctor or by hospital or by clinic, whatever. It depends. It can vary depending on how the budget is written in the big companies. I just adequate the math for them so I can match and easily get hired on the current process, because our clients nowadays, they are large, big clients. So the majority of them, they are large clients, and they have their own LGPD, safety, compliance standards. So I put my application into their cloud, so they get the direct costs, the COGS, the variable costs belongs to them, like transcription and token. I just bring the architecture of the solution, which I can escalate very quickly AI in the whole process.
And the last one question is, how long is your cycle from your lead to the delivery of your solution, customized solution?
Yes, 3 to 6 months. But I have few cases now. They're more recently ones we have implemented in 2 months from the first meeting to the go live, 2 months, because we created a common setup, preset model, preset platform now, preset product that I can start with this And ongoing, after I'm, getting revenue, we can personalize few steps ongoing.
Alex.
Thank you. I like talking with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, me too. Maurício, parabéns. Let's say that if you sold into Redditor, you must be good, man, because that's a very tough, challenging customer. I've worked there. I know what I'm talking about. Listen, my question is, do you have, as a sales pitch, would you
Yes.
be able to say to a client, look, if you hire me, I will reduce your costs in such percent. And these guys understand the math. If you nail that percent, he'll look into his bottom line and take that percent away. You won the world, man. I mean, are you able to nail that number?
In private hospitals, yes, because I'm pretty confident of the financials and the numbers already. But
True data.
Yeah. So I would take the risk, because I will tell you what, Alex, in one shot, in 1 week, I can tell you, if you are a private hospital, how much revenue you losing on the table just with my triage. Because I'll tell you what are the yellow flags that you didn't send to internation, though, on your EMR. What are the yellow patients that should be hospitalized that you didn't hospitalize? So that could be very good opportunities, of course, in terms of revenue and care, of course. In the end of the day, the yellow flag, what I mean is pertinence, is relevance. So I'm 100% sure that you're not going to be audited and lost, and you're not going to have rejection. I can even tell you what, okay, let's split the revenue that I can produce more for you, okay? So for private hospitals, I'm pretty confident of that. But for operators, we still getting into the numbers, but I'm pretty confident as well, but not as much as in private hospitals, okay?
So you should always aim the CFO. That's your key guy, man.
ICP.
The CFO is your guy.
CFO, yeah. Let me move on to Ricardo. Good deal. Ricardo.
How many employees have your company now?
11.
How many customers?
11 employees, 11 clients. Actually, 13 clients today.
You show Redditor. Redditor is using it in all the units?
12 units now.
Not in Rio de Janeiro?
Not in Rio yet, no. We are running in 12 units, but up to the end of this month, we'll be in 20 probably. But next month, November.
How many time you spend in any unit to implement?
2 days.
2 days only?
Yes. Yes. Physically saying only 2 days for training and 1 day for soft to go live. The next day, the doctor, it's already mastering the system. I mean, the application, which is a web application that sits on the top of Tazi, MV, whatever systems they have. They just operates across using my system for the best outputs and reducing time of the consultation, improve outcomes, improve the major thing is that we also can work like a command center for hospitals, because I can show you the hospital exactly where he's leaving money on the table. Because when you look into in the history of medicine, the consultory, the space, it's like no organization can see through it, right? The doctor takes the decision, then that's it. But now is transparent for me because I know everything that has been said. I know exactly what decisions could be made that weren't made and all that. So I can give a very good X-ray of the operations.
Thank you. Congrats.
Jovan.
Mauricio, Govan, two questions very quick. Dr. AI, it's an AI application based on large language models, agents?
Yes, for now. We are developing. Yeah, we are developing machine learning as well.
Okay, that's what I was working on.
Because we want to reduce costs in the future, and we are developing our own. We are training our own model, focused on health, just for the right questions, not all the questions. Okay, so we use for different agents, we use different setups, let's say.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you exactly that. You have to reduce the risks of hallucinations, then machine learning, you reduce a lot.
Yes.
And so in 30 seconds, what's your value proposition? How do you, in 30 seconds, elevator pitch, how do you convince the owner of the hospital, you're the guy?
Yeah. Dr. AI comes to change your operational state of art of patient care in order to give you security, safety, efficiency, and increase opportunities.
Perfect, yeah.
Wouldn't it be that you're going to talk to the CFO, we're going to tell him, listen, I'm going to improve your bottom line in 30%? If you're talking to the CFO, your value prop is different.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think, I like the elevator pitch, this one, which is more broad. You deal with quality, with care. I like this. Of course, the CFO thinks only about money.
It was more romantic.
Human value proposition. I like the holistic. I love it.
That's it. And so, comma, in the end of what I said, comma, and improve your bottom line with 30%.
And also, I leave the CFO very happy. You don't have to know. You don't have to tell him why, how.
Yes,
Pina,
that's it.
You want to, Pina? Go ahead. Last one.
Mauricio, how difficult would it be for your competitors as MV, Tazi, and others to
copy you?
Copy your solution.
Everything is about the execution, right? I mean, the idea is good, but we have in one screen 122 agents that work simultaneously at the same time. And I think they can see my screen, but they don't understand how the information flow and how the intelligence is flowing from one agent to another. And that is a goodwill that we build with personalized with each client. But of course, our goodwill increase day after day because we get to know more, about the details of each operation. So the client that comes after has, I have more intelligence, so I know exactly where the money is. I know exactly how to, to make proposals to improve the workflow. So I think in the future, so to copy, they can copy my screen. They can have, the technology is available for everyone, but the personalization and the good understanding of what the operation is the key for me. And another thing is, this is a good point. We do not have, we just hired our first doctor right now, but we are engineers basically, and the three partners. And the reason why people already asking me, oh, but you don't have a doctor. How did you get, into Rede D'Or or Unimed? So I don't have a bias. That's maybe is the answer, right? I don't have the bias, so I can listening very clear, and I can do whatever they ask for, exactly how they ask for, and
very objective.
And that is not my way to see the healthcare system, or they don't have to follow my flow. I follow their flow. So it's not my AI that they analyzing. When I develop the first workflow with them, they look at me and say, but this is how I always wanted to be. Yes, that's your AI. That's not my AI. So they are defending their AI, not my AI. That's the key point, in my opinion. Okay.
Well, congratulations again, Mauricio. Well done. We're coming to the end, and I really want to thank everyone for your patience and commitment. We've been 3 hours and some on this journey, but it's been very rewarding. I have learned a lot, and I thank you all for it. We will have an evaluation form for everyone by tomorrow for the judge panels, the judges on the panel, and for the startups. And we hope that we have been able to at least spark the interest and keep on understanding further where can we connect. I know that from here today, at least 2 or 3 already want to connect further because they see an opportunity. And I want to congratulate all the startups, very high level, very well done. I can see that everyone came well prepared. And it means that you guys are on the ongoing roadshow, because when you have a pitch that's ready, that means you've been practicing. So very good. And I thank you very much. And I want to just, Cynthia and Andres have some closing remarks. Please go ahead.
Well, thank you, everyone. Liz?
No, yes. Just thank you so much for being here, preparing your pitch and sharing it. And we hope you enjoyed it. And let's keep practicing your pitch to receive money to your startup. Congratulations.
Cynthia?
Well, thank you, everyone. And I don't know if Andres...
You still around?
Oh, yeah, but...
I'm here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. Just a minute once I can...
So in the meantime, some of our judges are leaving their contact information on the chat box.
Ready. Sorry. Thank you very much, everyone. The Brazilian startups, the Mexican and Chihuahuan startups. We have a third step with the Brazilian ecosystem. Isolet, thank you very much. Robert and all the judges that work with us for making feedback, and all the startups that are trying to raise capital. So I hope you can come to Chihuahua later. We have Chihuahua Tech Week on the next September, or perhaps we can come to Rio or any place in Brazil for an event or something. So thank you very much, Robert. Thank you very much for all your expertise, and the Assespro team, Startup Chihuahua team. Have a nice night or afternoon in all the places that people are. Thank you very much.
Yeah, last but not least, we will be sending out over email an evaluation form to all. It's important that we get feedback so we can keep on improving. And again, I want to congratulate all the entrepreneurs, all the power to you.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everybody. See you
Okay,
soon.
as we end an event, we always clap our hands. So please, everyone.
And this was a very good first step on our collaboration to create value among Mexico and Brazil.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, all have a good evening.